Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we just returned from the 13th, and yeah, I guess we have to finish up some loose ends. Urianger and Velopowitz are to be commended for ensuring that the seal held fast. To think this all began with a simple treasure and, gods, I could sleep for a week. I have awaited your return with bated breath. As should be apparent, and not of note occurred in your absence. A pity that there is no need to employ our combat supporters. Still, everyone is safe, and that's all that matters. Oh, welcome back, everyone. While you were away, a rent in the fabric of reality suddenly appeared. Through it, we could observe you locked in furious battle with Zeremus. By the time it closed up, we had seen your victory. Well done, by the way. But we still couldn't breathe easy until we knew for certain you were safe and sound, and here we are. Thank heavens. I hope Ajdaja is safe too. And Zero? In a word, yes. While we could not return Ajdaja to her original form, Vitra granted her a new vessel using one of his eyes. Her circumstances are unique, but it nevertheless gives me hope there may be a way to save other Voidsent. As for Zero, she has chosen to remain in her world and do what she can to restore it. Ah, so the light of hope shines again amidst the darkness. Hers is an admirable dream, and I pray that she hops and skips her way to making it reality. Perhaps our research into environments capable of supporting life would be of use in the 13th? Oh, now there's a thought. A day may come where people of the Source and the 13th work hand in hand. In anticipation of this, we must accumulate even more useful technology. They must inform Jemmingway as well. I spy an opportunity for the last Drex to expand into the void. Ah, from the Gavra quest. Okay. Voidsent customers. Ah, but don't let us detain you with our cavalcade of brilliant ideas. We see that the gate is closed and the seal deactivated, so go home and get some rest. That includes you, Urianger. As Voda's command, pray convey our gratitude to the Watcher for his timely assistance. It would seem Vitra is prepared to depart. Come, let us ascend to the Tower of Babel. Upon arriving in Garlemald, it would be me to inform Iullus of our mission's outcome. Let us seek him out at Tertium. Wouldn't it be grand if we could make it possible for people to spend time in the void without protective talismans? I suppose we have to rename our Voidsent slaughterbots now. A shame. The name just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Still, it was a joy to be of aid to the people of Afaris again. And we go to Garlemald, to Tertium. Makes sense if we go to Garlemald first when we go through the Tower of Babel. The fact you've come all this way can only mean there's been developments. I'm all ears. Ah, 'tis you. What news of your mission in the void?
Oh, it's you again. Is everything all right?
Recounting.
So you were able to rescue Ajdaja. Thank the 12.
Channeling light from the first was rather ingenious. It may fall short of cross-rift travel, but it's still an impressive achievement in my book.
I was thinking about that. Teleportation is basically running through the ethereal currents, but basically dissolving yourself and rematerializing at a different point where usually an Aetheryte stands as an anchor point. Now that we can run a direct current between worlds, shouldn't it be theoretically possible to, if you apply this technology, the Sharlayan self of Aetherytes connected to each other, teleport between worlds using this? In theory? I mean, you would have to work together with the other side, sure, but I mean, at least with the first, we can help there. And if you can communicate with the other side, then you could work together already. So that is the line of thought I would seek to continue if I wanted to actually establish cross-rift travel, you know?
You're too kind. Suffice it to say, though, that I don't intend to rest on these laurels. There's always more to be done.
Zero stayed in the void, did she? Well, if I had known it would come to that, I would have said a proper farewell.
Zero sends her thanks.
Thanks for what? I don't recall doing anything in particular for her. On the contrary, she's the one who risked life and limb.
You showed her what friendship is and how it can strengthen people.
Still, I'm glad that she got something out of her time here. As the days roll on, things will change for the both of us. But some things will remain as they are. As far as I'm concerned, Zero will always be a friend and comrade. And I will never forget her.
If she's working tirelessly to restore the 13th, it wouldn't do to be outdone here. When next Zero visits, we must see to it that you have a shiny new Garlemald to show her.
Indeed. And speaking of rebuilding, there's a matter I'd like to discuss with you and Alphino. Word has spread of our dealings with Ajdaja, and people are excited by the prospect of standing on our own 2 feet again. Naturally, it won't be straightforward. It never is. But on the whole, I have a good feeling about things.
In other words, it may be time for us to limit our involvement, that Garleans might take the lead. I can see the sense in that.
No, that's not what I meant at all. Seeing as things are going well, we want you to take a rest. A proper rest. That's what I wanted to say on everyone's behalf. You've done so much for us already. Toiled beside us in the cold for far longer than anyone could ask. You've earned a reprieve 100 times over. So go on. Step away from here and head wherever you like. But if it were me, I'd choose somewhere warm.
Everyone is for it?
I was thinking of taking a break anyway.
Far be it from us to go against such a heartfelt request. Though I would be lying were I to say matters here wouldn't weigh on our minds.
We could take a leaf out of Zero's book and roam about for a while. Maybe visit nations who share little history with Garlemald. Look for opportunities to foster future relations. We might learn something of recent foreign affairs that has escaped our notice.
As an independent party, we would be well suited to the task. An excellent idea, Alize.
Well, that hardly sounds like a rest at all.
To us, it is the best kind of rest. Stimulating and meaningful.
If it's settled, then let's return to Sharlayan and consider our options. What about the rest of you? Do you have any plans?
We're indebted to Lord Fortuneau and his colleagues for their cooperation. 'Twould be meet to report on the outcome of our mission.
Right.
Then it seems we are all bound for Sharlayan. Upon arriving, let us seek out Atheles at the rostra and have her notify Father.
Bye. See you again, eventually, probably. We will see. Spawn outside, yeah? Like they kicked us out. Alright. It cannot be overstated how invaluable Lord Fortuneau's cooperation was. We must thank him profusely. Without further ado, let us tend to business. I've lost count of how many times I've come here, but it's apparently enough that the immigration officials no longer interrogate me. Small blessings, huh? Father has many demands on his time, but I should hope he can spare us a moment. Having been away for so long, it might be nice to stay a while. Won't you set Father and Mother's minds at ease? Wait, aren't you the Science of the Seventh Dawn? Oh, or wherever? I understand you disbanded? An audience with Lord Fortuneau. Are you in luck? The form has just this moment adjourned, and he's still inside of his Skolak. Please wait here while I inform them of your presence. Apologies to have kept you. I trust you won't object if Skolak Monteshane also attends. My incurable children, were you not assisting with Garlemald's reconstruction? Our hosts were most insistent that we take a rest, so we're here. But more importantly, Desiree has news she would share with you. Void no longer as big a problem as before. So the threat has passed. These are glad tidings indeed. Harnessing light from the first, a technological triumph that could have ended in catastrophic failure. But let us not dwell on hypotheticals. Like the Aether from the Isle of Ham, you employed the light for peaceful, albeit unanticipated purposes. Knowledge exists to serve a greater good, as my father was fond of saying. I'm inclined to agree in this instance. It has been established that world-ending crises and the reflections are connected to calamities in the source. As such, the strides you made in understanding the nature of and affecting a change in reflection may one day prove vital for mankind's preservation. The Forum will be eager to review your accounts thoroughly, for every drop of water serves to swell the great river of knowledge. Might we prevail upon you to prepare a comprehensive report, Ajdaja, on the subject of the void and cross-rift travel both? It would be my pleasure. We will share these tidings with those who aided you, Kokol Dankol not least of all. Now if you excuse us, we must be on our way. I should be glad to speak with you both later. Come home, children. At least for a while. If I heard correct, it seems you've saved the world yet again. I look forward to telling Father of our efforts in Garlemald. He will have sage counsel to offer, I'm sure. You're of course welcome at our home. Mother, for one, would be thrilled to have you, but I won't twist your arm if you have other matters to attend to. Although Master Louis Soir has left us, he liveth on in his teachings. It is gratifying to see that Master Fortuner too have come to acknowledge the wisdom in them. If I didn't know better, I'd say Father Dearest is warming to us. I have no interest in sipping tea at the family estate again, though. Drinks at the tavern, on the other hand. With that, our obligations here are concluded. Oh, Nidana, what news from Fafnir? We've returned then. Wonderful. Rest assured all is well with us too. Is that so? You'd be honored, of course. I shall relay this to the others. A great feast will be held in Razatan to celebrate Ajdaja's homecoming. We have all been invited. I'm afraid, my assistant, I must decline. We've only just returned home. To leave again so soon would be inconsiderate to our parents. With regret, I too must excuse myself from attendance. A prior commitment requires that I remain in Charlene for a time. Let not our absence deter you, however. Pray enjoy yourselves to the fullest. I have no plans in particular, so you can count me in. I may as well visit the Radiant Host while I'm there. How about you, Desiree? Far be it for me to turn down free food, but I have to make a delivery in a first. Of course, the Memoria Crystal. It would be a remiss of us not to deliver it promptly to our friends. Right. Also, if they are to transfer light and dark between worlds, they will need command over the Crystal Tower. In which case, I shall give you my spirit vessel to take again. When you arrive at the Crystarium, the sentry at the tower should be able to round up everyone for you. Once you've seen to matters there, come and join us at Megaduta. Give everyone our regards, you hear? To the first, the Crystarium. Welcome back, madam. Mrs. Ween is still in the ocular. Will you be joining her? Very good. If you would care to head inside, I shall send for Captain Lena and beg Luke at once.
Ah, yes. The king has already shared what they glimpsed in the source. The day is won, and the danger past. Hearing the tidings lifted a great weight from my shoulders. Never before had I taken on such a monumental request.
Small though it was, we are glad to have played a role in saving the Exarch's home. And yours. Furthermore, the endeavor served to reaffirm the bond between the peoples of Norvrant. Nurturing this bond, we will strive to be an example for the world Zero aspires to restore.
Oh, and gift for you.
Is that a Memoria crystal? I can feel it. The tremendous darkness within. Using darkness from the void to restore balance to this world. If such a thing could be done!
Well, well. Though night has returned to our world, darkness cannot arise of its own accord, much less in abundance. But if it could be brought here, in like manner to how we channeled light to the void, it may well be possible to restore the empty in its entirety. Do you still have that spirit vessel with you? If so, I beg you loan it to me for a time. I would use it to investigate a way to have the tower receive rather than send energy.
Here you go.
Thank you. I shall commence my work at once, in concert with Unu Kalhai, and rigorously explore the possibility.
I too need to explore new possibilities for my powers. My recent experience at Nabatha Reng has taught me that. To that end, I will set aside botany for a time, and focus instead on myself. Knowing Zero is out there, doing her utmost to restore her own world, it inspires me to redouble my efforts.
There you are. I waited and waited, but you never came. What have you been doing here?
Hello, Gaia.
Gaia!
Oh.
I am.
Do I know you?
Don't tell me you lost your memories again.
Oh, I'm just teasing. I wouldn't forget you in a hurry. I'm still keeping my diary, adding new memories to it every day.
Not only that, Gaia's writing a story too. I can't wait for it to become a book.
Enough about that. What were you talking about?
World Energy Exchange.
Harnessing darkness from the void. Now there's an idea. Of course, if you're dealing with darkness, Marine alone won't cut it. Next time, call on me as well, alright?
Alright. Come to speak with Reen, have you? Well, don't keep her for too long. I was planning a trip to Ilmac, but now how devious or faithful can be, I asked her to join me. I also wouldn't mind visiting Amarok someday. It's been on my mind of late, and it would be interesting to see where those two lived in the time of the ancients, if only once. If I had Gaia's help, I wonder if I could take in darkness the same way Zero took in light. For so long I was loath to trust in others, fearful of my research being misused again. But it may serve noble ends comes as a relief. I shall spare no effort to restore balance between light and dark. It was a mighty struggle, but I had faith that you would be victorious in the end. And I doubt not that the people of Northwood would cheer when they learn that the Warrior of Darkness managed to save her home. I know you're a busy woman, so don't let us keep you. Rest assured that we will continue the work we've begun. And now we go to that feast in Razatan. If a crystal tower is to be used for research, it may be prudent to bolster its security. It is the Exarch's legacy, we must spare no effort to keep it safe. Okay, see you eventually. Like with Zero. Mr. Klingower, you honor us with your presence. Though I am but a humble servant, I offer you my heartfelt thanks for rescuing the satrap's beloved sister. But without further ado, the great feast to celebrate this joyous occasion is about to begin. The venue is Merit's Mehan, and you are a guest of honor. the old man with whom we began this journey. And the shady merchant and the boy.
It cannot be. Oh, Vashan, my darling little brother. To think that I will never see you again.
The way you carry on, anyone would think he was actually your brother. Save your tears now. His Excellency still has one of his eyes. And he has made it clear he intends to continue using his vessel. You'll see Varshan again. Never fear.
Truly? But will it be the little one?
Personally, I prefer the adult vessel. It cuts a gallant figure and has superior functionality besides.
Bah, I don't care about such things. My little brother is little and adorable.
Sisters, give me strength.
'Tis a fine thing being so loved.
I think he's drunk.
Had enough of the revelry, have you? So, what's next for our hero?
No idea. Search for next adventure.
No need to decide just yet. You'll recall our escapades in the Void began with a treasure map I paid entirely too much gil for. You can't force an adventure. It'll happen when it happens, and you'll know when the time is right. Till then, it's good to lend an ear to others and their tales. And speaking of others...
Discussing each other's plans, are we? Alas, I have nothing exciting to share. I foresee an extended confinement in my Sharlayan chambers, compiling my theories on cross-rift travel. My research may be classified, prohibited by the powers that be. But so long as a bond exists between people, ever shall our worlds be connected. As it stands, a means to travel to the first is within reach, and I would be satisfied even should my research not exist in an official capacity. And what of you, Estinian? Have you any plans?
Bye, Batman.
He never was one to stay put for long, though I've no doubt he will make himself known when needed.
And Raisvagar and Tiamat answer, knowing their sister is back. It was a lively feast, was it not? And it impressed upon me once again how dear Vitra is to his people. Well, as much as I should like to linger, 'tis past time I took my leave. If you mean to depart as well, I suggest you call on Vitra before setting out. And before I forget, thank you. For everything we've learned, and for everything we accomplished. I couldn't be more grateful. Till next time, take care. Vitra's friend, I thank thee. Ajdaja regards you with keen interest. Desiree, I hope you enjoyed the festivities. To be able to celebrate Ajdaja's return with everyone was moving beyond words. Lest you wonder, I've chosen to use this vessel for now, but better to escort my sister about Razatan. This leaves my true form without an eye, but I do not anticipate having need of it in the immediate future. Long have I dreamed of showing Ajdaja my beautiful city, a glittering jewel born of unity, and I shall relish every moment of it. Now then, I believe both Y'shtola and Estini have embarked on their respective journeys, but have you yourself business elsewhere? If not, you're welcome to remain here as long as you like. Should aught of import arise, we will inform you, but until such a day arrives, I bid you take your ease. Meanwhile, in Old Sharlayan.
Everything appears to be in order. Oh, finished at last.
Krylie looked tired.
So time-consuming. How nice would it be to have a mammoth to handle such tasks?
then. Let's have a look at you. Quite old, this letter. We'll need to store it carefully. Addressed to Grandfather, and come all the way from Tuliolal, from a Gulu... someone. Oh, the ink's too faded. Hardly anything is legible. Come on, give me something. A commission to investigate the Golden City in Tural. How odd. No one ever mentioned such a commission, nor have I seen any records. Something else in here. What an unusual earring. How does it relate to the petition, I wonder? Oh, did you go there, Grandfather? To the Golden City in Tural?
Back again already, after making a show of leaving. Well, this is it, Charlene. Quite a far cry from Tuliolal, yes? Come, let's go and find your candidate. Our adventurer friend.
So, us. Good. But that was patch 6.5. And one thing I want to do before I end the episode, I want to go to the first again and talk with Unukalai and Silver, or Ciela. To the 14th. I went to the 13th. I too know the sting of Ascian deception. 'Tis well that this Golbez now strives to make amends for his transgressions. As for your friend Zero, I struggle to believe she not only journeyed here to the first, but was able to take light into herself. That one might have such strength of spirit beggars belief. That's not to say Unukalai and I are not capable of in our own right. In fact, I believe it may soon be time to put our plans into motion and return home to the 13th. Zeromus, he was a great hero of Eld, beloved by all. Never did I imagine his name would live again after 10,000 years. Fitting that another who bears it might aid us, even if only by way of a memorial crystal. But it should be wielded by the Zero is both reassuring and encouraging. And to know that we are not alone in our endeavor makes our work here in the first all the more important. Speaking of which, I recently spoke with your comrades returned from the empty. Only Urianger could have arrived at a solution as ingenious as primal summoning. Wayne and Guy are quite a formidable pair, aren't they? Skill competence gifted with command over light and dark. Were their strength not crucial to the first restoration, I would ask if they join us when we return to the 13th. Maybe you can help each other out, you know? Fix both worlds simultaneously? Might work. Okay, but that will be the end of this episode. And yeah. As I said, patch 6.5. What remains is patch 6.55, which is basically the prelude to the next expansion, Dawntrail. I think I will push 6.55 a bit earlier out of order of the other episodes, so we can start Dawntrail probably about 2 weeks after its release on the channel. So because if I continue these episodes and release Dawntrail only after we arrive there with everything, we are probably in October by the time we start with. Okay, anyway, until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV, I'm Ace, and don't get lost.